probing terror linked to Parliament security breach. Delhi Police Commissioner, Head of Security and CRPF DG holds meet with the Home Secretary. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla says security breach will not deter the spirit of the House. All-party meeting after security breach in Parliament premises. Now, a major security breach was reported during the 0 hour in the Parliament after two men, both carrying a smoke canisters emitting yellow smoke, jumped from the visitors' gallery and ran into the Lok Sabha chamber. Footage from the House's CCTV system showed one man wearing a dark blue shirt leaping across desks to evade capture, while the second one was in the visitors' gallery spraying smoke. Both men were overpowered by the MPs and the security staff. Meanwhile, Delhi Police Special Cell has been roped in. Delhi Police Commissioner held a meeting with the head of parliamentary staff, the security head also, CRPF DG and the Home Secretary. Meanwhile, the police is also investigating if there is a terror angle in this case. 6 accused in total up until now have been detained so far and are being quizzed. We are also getting you all the latest inside details of the all-party meeting over the security breach. A full security review of the Parliament complex has also taken place. Sources have informed Republic TV that not just visitor gallery passes, but all visitor entry has been banned till further notice. The opposition MPs have further sought full body scanners and security arrangements have been made in the new Parliament building for now.
लोकसभा में आप लोग उस वक्त मौजूद थे, प्रोसीडिंग चल रही थी, तो वहाँ पे कुछ 2 लोग कूद गए, वेल की तरफ जाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। अचानक से येलो रंग के स्मोक कैनिस्टर्स भी निकलते हुए नजर आ रहे थे। आखिर पूरा मामला क्या था?
भाई यही था कि 2 लोग कूदे, उन्होंने डिस्टर्ब करने की कोशिश की और उनको पकड़ लिया गया। सुरक्षा कर्मियों ने पकड़ लिया। वो कोशिश कर रहे थे दौड़ने की आगे की तरफ, परंतु उनको दबोच लिया गया और अब उनसे पूछताछ होगी। तभी जो क्या इसका कारण था, कौन लोग थे, किसी संगठन से जुड़े हुए थे, क्या था, ये सब तभी जांच से ही पता चले।
था क्या वो अचानक से कूदे या फिर आप लोग को लग रहा कि कोई गिर गया?
कूदे, वहां से शुरू में जरूर लगा होगा कोई गिर गया है शायद, तो हम चिंतित भी हो, लेकिन तभी वो दूसरा भी कूदा तो इतनी देर में सब अलर्ट हो गए थे।
नारेबाजी भी हो रही थी।
मुझे ऐसा कुछ स्मरण नहीं है, मतलब मुझे कुछ सुनाई नहीं दिया। ऐसा हो सकता है कि छोटे छोटे नारे, लेकिन उनको दबोच लिया गया था। ये 1 सेकंड्स के अंदर सारा काम हो गया
अचानक से। लेकिन वहाँ पे धुआं भी पीले रंग का धुआं,
वो उसके बाद उनको पकड़ लिया गया। अब जांच से ही स्थिति स्पष्ट होगी।
सर, स्पीकर इस मामले पर संज्ञान लेंगे?
जरूर लेंगे।
दानिश अली इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। दानिश जी, पूरा मामला क्या हुआ? अचानक से कैसे इंट्रूडर्स पहुंच गए और क्या डेलिबरेटली प्लानिंग के तहत, क्योंकि आज दिन भी वही चुना है जो संसद पे हमले की तारीख थी, हुआ क्या था?
अब ये तो सरकार को बताना है, सिक्योरिटी एजेंसी को, कि इतना बड़ा सिक्योरिटी लैप्स कैसे हुआ। आज ही के दिन हमारे संसद भवन पर आतंकवादियों का हमला हुआ था और आज ही के दिन 21 साल बाद जो है चैम्बर के अंदर पहुंच गए लोग। मतलब ये इतना बड़ा सिक्योरिटी लैप्स जो पकड़ाए गए हैं, उसमें से एक को तो मैंने खुद जो है सिक्योरिटी ऑफिसर्स के साथ उनके साथ पकड़ा है। उसकी जब तलाशी ली तो उसमें से जो है जो पास निकला है उसका एक का नाम सागर शर्मा है और वो हमारे मैसूर के माननीय सांसद प्रताप सिम्हा जी के जो है गेस्ट के रूप में आया था।
एक और बात सर, वहाँ पे स्मोक कैनिस्टर्स का इस्तेमाल किया गया, नारेबाजी भी लगाई जा रही थी कोई?
हाँ, वो कुछ ऐसा नारा कर रहे थे कि काला कानून, क्या पता नहीं, वो जो नया आईपीसी अमेंडमेंट है उसका पता, ये सब इन्वेस्टिगेशन का मामला है। वी डोंट नो, बट द थिंग इज कि आज ही के दिन 21 साल पहले संसद पर हमला हुआ था और आज ऐसे लोग चैम्बर के अंदर पहुंच गए। ये बड़ा सवाल है।
बड़ा सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच का मामला है।
बहुत बड़ा सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच का मामला है। सिक्योरिटी, यहां की अंदर की सिक्योरिटी की जिम्मेदारी हमारी सेनाओं की नहीं है।
दानिश अली पूरे मामले पर। हर्षद चंदवानी फॉर रिपब्लिक टीवी।
All right, those were reactions coming in, but my colleague and senior editor Shravan Sen is joining us live from outside the parliament. Shravan, what are you picking up as far as the probe is concerned? We understand that there are several directives that have been put in place now. There are, of course, there is what we understand is that full body scanners have been sought. Also, full security review of the parliament complex has been held. Also, visitor gallery passes have been banned until further notice. All right, we'll try and go across Shravan again, but the biggest update we have that 7 people in total, viewers, 7 people in total have been detained by the police. And the security breach, of course, is a very, very serious one. It's the temple of democracy, that parliament, Lok Sabha chamber that you see right now on your screens, and the dramatic visuals that came in today have raised serious questions. The probe is underway. The accused are being questioned. Their residences are being also searched, and there are several leads in various states of the country where investigation is right now going on. Delhi Police Special Cell, the SIT, is also involved here. Forensic investigation has also been conducted, and right now what we know is that 6 accused have been detained so far. The number is 6. And right now what we know as far as the all-party meeting is concerned, a full security review of the parliament complex was held. And sources tell us that not just visitor gallery passes, but all visitor entry has been banned till further notice. Also, the opposition MPs have raised concerns seeking full body scanners, and security arrangements have been made in the new parliament building for now. And you can see those visuals also, those dramatic visuals where the lawmakers caught hold of him when he tried to leap toward jumping all those tables and leap towards the well of the house. Let's take a listen to more reactions that have come in throughout the day, and we will get you more latest updates and inside details as well.
मनोज जी इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद है। मनोज जी, आज लोकसभा में जो देखने को मिला उस पर अपोजिशन का क्या कहना है, क्योंकि 4 बजे लोकसभा स्पीकर ने बुलाया भी है सभी दलों को?
देखिए, महत्वपूर्ण ये नहीं है कि अपोजिशन को क्या कहना है, महत्वपूर्ण ये है कि स्थिति की गंभीरता को समझे। आज हमारे बरसी थी, 22 वर्ष हो गए उस घटना के, जघन्य कांड के, शहीद दिवस। उसके बाद आज ब्रीच होता है इस तरह से, और हम खास तौर पे देख रहे हैं कि इस नई बिल्डिंग में पता नहीं क्या व्यवस्था की गई है। ये बहुत वल्नरेबल बिल्डिंग हो गई है। तो मैं जो अक्सर हम लोग कहते रहते हैं कि सुरक्षा, इस तरह के मसले ये एपिसोडिक नहीं होते हैं। ये आप सिर्फ पार्लियामेंट में खड़े होकर सीना ठोक के बड़ी बड़ी बात कह दो और ये लैप्स होते रहे। मैं समझता हूँ सरकार को बहुत गंभीरता से इस पर विचार करके एक स्टेटमेंट इस पर आना चाहिए।
लोकसभा अध्यक्ष से आप लोग क्या कहेंगे, क्योंकि 4 बजे मीटिंग सर नहीं, लेकिन अपोजिशन तो पूरा जाएगा सर, पार्टी को बुलाया है।
पूरा अपोजिशन लोकसभा के सदस्य तय करेंगे। हमने यहाँ अपनी बात जो कहनी थी वो माननीय चेयरमैन साहब से कह दी।
पास कैंसिल होने की कोई बात रखी जाएगी, या फिर सांसद के अराउंड भी जांच हो, क्योंकि उन्हीं के गेस्ट थे जो बीजेपी एमपी महसूस।
मेरा सीधे मानना है कि अतिरेक की कोई घटना न हो, कि अतिरेक में ये कर दो वो कर दो, ये नहीं। चाक चौबंद व्यवस्था अभी भी बनाई जा सकती है। हम कई वर्ष इसमें रहे। अगर मैं 2001 की उस घटना को छोड़ दूं जो दुर्घटना हुई, उसके बाद मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं कि ये बिल्डिंग सिक्योरिटी के लिहाज से वल्नरेबल लग रही है।
All right, my colleague, senior editor Shravan Sen joins us on the broadcast for more. Shravan, 6 people in total have been detained up until now. Security breach now. The probe has intensifying. There has been the review of the parliament complex, and also we understand that the visitors gallery passes, and not just the visitor gallery passes, but in total visitors entry has also been banned until further notice. What more details can you share with us about the probe?
Well, in fact, there are a gamut of things that are being looked into right now as we speak. One is with regards to the investigation. What really happened around 1 o'clock this afternoon, which is now being considered as the major security breach. It happens on the day when the 13th of December parliamentary attack anniversary, something that India would do when you have had Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists coming inside the parliament. On that very day, when you have a security breach, you have a total of roughly about 6 rather, I beg your pardon, 4, 2 outside and 2 inside. Now, around 1 o'clock this afternoon, with the proceedings.
Shravan, we'll try and reconnect with you. There seemed to be an audio problem with that line with you, but that's of course several information that we are getting in, a lot of information that we are getting in right now, viewers. But the biggest lead is right now 6 people in total have been detained. There have been people whose their links, their families are also being questioned. They are being quizzed. And of course, those people in detention are also under questioning. They are being grilled. There are 7 suspects and there's 6 detained. So let me just get that figure right for you, so to avoid any confusion. There's 7 suspects up until now who have been identified. 6 have been detained. The hunt is on for more people, of course. And to get more leads, there is a multi-state probe, remember, that is right now taking place just while this incident happened. And there are top-level meetings that have happened. Remember, just after this incident, the Lok Sabha did resume, and there were demands made by the opposition leaders for a thorough probe. And my colleague, I'm told, Shravan is back with us. Shravan, please carry on what we were saying that time.
Well, in fact, the investigation is already underway right now. The Delhi police is looking into this entire matter. What we know so far, a total of 6 people are under the scanner. Those who have also provided the logistical support. One happens to be a man who goes by the name of Lalit Jha, based out of Gurugram, who's still absconding. It turns out that the rest of the people who were involved in this conspiracy, they were staying in Gurugram. It was a pre-planned conspiracy only because there was an attempt that was made by these intruders to befriend BJP parliamentarian Pratap Simha. We do not know whether at all there was any sort of direct connection or direct interaction with the BJP parliamentarian, or it was the office bearers of Pratap Simha who actually helped them to enter. Because remember, at least 2 of them managed to enter the premises of the parliament. This was only after recommendation was actually given by the parliamentarian's office to the reception, where the visitor's pass was actually issued, and thereafter the entry was actually made. What is even more surprising is the fact that you've had foreign objects going past the metal detectors that have been placed. And let's not forget the fact that there are about 5 layers of security that is thrown around the parliament premises, which makes entry and exit from the parliament extremely difficult, strenuous at times, but they have been able to breach that. That is exactly why right now the Delhi police is focusing on how exactly was this allowed, whether at all there is any involvement as far as the security personnel are concerned. All those aspects are essentially being looked at, but it is abundantly clear after a few hours of investigation, the preliminary investigation clearly goes on to indicate that this is a pre-planned conspiracy, Rakshita, and the very fact that roughly about as of now 6 people is what we are being told is part of this conspiracy. Roughly about as of now 6 people is what we are being told is part of this conspiracy.
All right, thank you so much, Shravan, for joining us with those details. Right now, viewers, we're getting several of the reactions that have come up until now. Let's take a listen to all of them.
उस वक्त आप अंदर मौजूद थे जिस वक्त लोकसभा में प्रोटेस्टर्स पहुंचे, आपने दबोचा भी, कई सांसदों ने बताया। अचानक से हुआ क्या, किस वक्त ये अचानक से हुआ?
देखिए, शून्यकाल चल रहा था, राजेंद्र अग्रवाल जी चेयर पे थे, और जब मेरा बोलने का नंबर था, जब मुझे इशारा किया गया, तो उसी वक्त हमने देखा कि पीछे की ओर सब सांसद देख रहे हैं। एक लड़का लटक रहा था विजिटर गैलरी से नीचे की ओर, और दूसरा कूद गया था, वो जंप कर रहा था, आगे की ओर बढ़ रहा था, वो चेयर से चेयर आगे की ओर बढ़ा था। तो मैंने पीछे की ओर जाके, मैं सेकंड रो में बैठा था आगे से, मैंने पीछे की ओर जाके जब वो आगे नजदीक आया तो उसको दबोच के पटक लिया था उस लड़के को। और वो कह रहा था कि हम तो प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं साहब, हमें मारो मत, हम प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं।
क्यों प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे हनुमान जी, किस बात का प्रोटेस्ट?
कोई उसका पता नहीं प्रोटेस्ट कर, लेकिन पीछे एक लेडी और एक लड़का दर्शक जो विजिटर गैलरी थी उसके अंदर से उनको सपोर्ट कर रहे थे कि जाओ आप आगे बढ़ो। वो नारे हमें नहीं सुनाई दिए, लेकिन उनको पटक के हमने जब काबू किया, और काबू करने के बाद उस लड़के को जब घसीट के ले जा रहे तो उसने अपने जूते से, मोजे से कुछ निकाल के गैस छोड़ी और दूसरे को जब वहां दबोचा पीछे की ओर, जो उससे काफी पीछे था, वो बाद में लटक गया था, पहला आगे आ गया था काफी, उसको मैंने रोका था जो पहला बढ़ रहा था आगे।
क्या संसद के अंदर जैसे ही ये सब कुछ हुआ हनुमान जी, वैसी अफरा तफरी का माहौल बन गया, डर का माहौल बन गया?
पूरा अफरा तफरी का माहौल बन गया था। महिला सांसद भी, करीब आधा दर्जन महिला सांसद भी अंदर थी। हड़कंप मच गया एकदम से, क्या हुआ क्या हुआ क्या हुआ। अगर ये जहरीली गैस लाके छोड़ते तो निश्चित रूप से बहुत से सांसदों की जान जा सकती थी। अगर ये चाकू और हथियार लेके आ जाते तो मार के चले जाते लोगों को। लेकिन हम फिर भी सांसदों ने हिम्मत दिखाई, हौसला दिखाया, उन्हें पकड़ लिया और उन्होंने बताया कि हम लखनऊ के रहने वाले, हमें मारो मत। उस लड़के ने लखनऊ,
लेकिन कौन से सांसद के गेस्ट थे वो लोग?
अब मुझे इसका पता नहीं, लेकिन जिस सांसद के भी गेस्ट है उनसे भी पूछताछ होनी चाहिए, पता करें जो भी हो। ये बहुत बड़ी घटना है, ये देश को झकझोर कर देने वाली घटना है। ये गृह मंत्री जी जो बार बार जम्मू कश्मीर की बात कर रहे थे और बात कर रहे थे, अब आप बताइए, आज से 23 साल पहले इसी पार्लियामेंट में अटैक हुआ था। उस समय हमारे बहुत से जवानों ने शहादत देके नेताओं को बचाया, देश की शान को बचाया, बहुत से कर्मचारियों को बचाया। आज ही का दिन को चुन के इन्होंने फिर ये साबित किया कि सुरक्षित नहीं हो आप लोग, हम जब चाहे जो कर सकते हैं। ये चेतावनी है।
हनुमान जी, क्या सांसदों में ऐसा डर है कि इस पार्लियामेंट में अभी आए या नहीं आए? क्या ऐसी बात भी हो रही है कि सेफ नहीं है, स्पीकर से बात की जाए, मार्शल बढ़ाए जाए?
मार्शल भी बढ़ाए जाए। और देखिए, बात करने से भी क्या होगा, अरबों खरबों रुपए लगा के जो पार्लियामेंट बनाई है, क्या फायदा निकला इसका? बताओ मुझे, कितनी बड़ी इंसल्ट हुई आज देश के अंदर कि हम यहाँ भी सुरक्षित नहीं है और वहां से ऊपर से आके कोई व्यक्ति कर दे। सांसद अंदर कोई बात हो जाए वो एक अलग है, लेकिन ऊपर से कोई व्यक्ति आके इतनी बड़ी सिक्योरिटी के बाद अगर ऐसी घटना को अंजाम दे, तो लगता है कि देश में न तो सांसद सुरक्षित है, न आम आदमी सुरक्षित है और न देश सुरक्षित।
क्या सांसद भागने दौड़ने भी लगे थे जैसे ही पूरा मामला हुआ?
नहीं, भागने दौड़ने तो नहीं, लेकिन अपराध तो मत नहीं है ना। कई सांसद उनको पकड़ने के लिए प्रयास करते, पकड़े।
All right, Republic's relentless coverage on that top story will continue on the other side. Viewers, sources suggest that police are probing a terror link to Parliament security breach. Also, we'll get you more details on the other side. Stay tuned.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
The difference between India and the difference with the rest of the world economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value, and that is one of the most important factors.
Don't have capital to back people. We need money.
Spirits are back. Can they be better? My sense is yes, they can be even better.
The difference between India and the difference between with the rest of the world economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value, and that is one of the most important factors.
In India, it will take you average 42 months. It will take you 18 months in China. We have to be the innovators. Are we doing that enough?
I did a paper about 18 months ago about the patent system, and we found a lot of process problems. But one of the major things we found is that this is one area where we don't actually have enough people. We have 800 examiners and controllers in our patent office. The Chinese have 13,000. Okay, so I raised this issue. Let me say that we are currently in the process of increasing that number from 800 to 3,000.
figure.
In other news, Delhi Police's forensic team collected samples in Parliament premises following a major security breach earlier today. Forces have been deployed outside Parliament following a security breach inside Lok Sabha. CRPF DG Anish Dayal Singh also arrived at the Parliament following that incident. Delhi Police Commissioner Sanjay Arora arrived at the Parliament after a massive security breach incident. Meanwhile, Delhi Police Special Cell has also taken cognizance and will probe the matter.
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Do you think whether the India Inc. animal spirit is back?
Absolutely. And from an auto perspective, I can tell you that we have a very bullish view of the Indian auto industry, both because the motorization of India has actually just started. We are at around 30 per 1,000 population in terms of motorization, and it's expected to go up drastically.
The last few years, the optimism when it comes to capital deployment, looking into the future, not let's say the next few quarters, next few months, it's about how can India play a significantly larger global role in the consumer space, specifically with respect to our fund. And so absolutely yes, animal spirits are back. Can they be better? My sense is yes, they can be even better.
difference between India and the difference with the rest of the world economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value, and that is one of the most important factors.
We need money.
Do you think whether the India Inc. animal spirit is back?
Absolutely. And from an auto perspective,
Very warm welcome. We are live on Breaking Republic TV. I'm Rakta Mishra with you this Wednesday evening. Let's get started with all the top stories making headlines. Unidentified man storms into Lok Sabha during proceedings from visitors' gallery. Six detained after security breach in Parliament. Police say interrogation underway. Sources suggest police probing terror linked to Parliament security breach. Delhi Police Commissioner, Head of Security and CRPF DG host meet with the Home Secretary. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla says security breach will not deter the spirit of the House. Government calls for all-party meeting after security breach in the Parliament premises. Now, a big security breach was reported during the 0 hour in Parliament after 2 men, both carrying smoke canisters emitting yellow smoke inside Lok Sabha chamber, jumped from the visitors' gallery, ran into the Lok Sabha chamber, and footage from the House's CCTV system showed one man wearing a dark blue shirt. You can see him right there on those visuals. He's jumping and leaping across the desks to evade capture, while the second one was in the visitors' gallery spraying smoke, which is a yellow smoke, and both the men were ultimately overpowered by the MPs and the security staff. Delhi Police Special Cell has been roped in. Delhi Police Commissioner held a meeting with the head of parliamentary staff, CRPF DG, and the Home Secretary. Meanwhile, police is also investigating if there is a terror angle in this case. Remember, this comes on the 22nd anniversary of the 2001 Parliament attack. So a terror angle is being probed. Also, 6 accused so far have been detained and they are being quizzed. We are also getting you more inside details of the all-party meeting over security breach and also on the probe. Remember, a full security review of Parliament complex was also held, and sources tell Republic TV that not just visitor gallery passes, but all visitor entry has been banned till further notice. Opposition MPs have further sought full-body scanners, and security arrangements have been made in the new Parliament building for now. Let's take a listen into all the reactions and the first-hand accounts of the MPs who were there when that incident happened. Let's take a listen in.
लोकसभा में आप लोग उस वक्त मौजूद थे, प्रोसीडिंग चल रही थी, तो वहाँ पे कुछ 2 लोग कूद गए, वेल की तरफ जाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। अचानक से येलो रंग के स्मोक कैनिस्टर्स भी निकलते हुए नजर आ रहे थे। आखिर पूरा मामला क्या था?
भाई यही था कि 2 लोग कूदे, उन्होंने डिस्टर्ब करने की कोशिश की और उनको पकड़ लिया गया, सुरक्षा कर्मियों ने पकड़ लिया। वो कोशिश कर रहे थे दौड़ने की आगे की तरफ, परंतु उनको दबोच लिया गया और अब उनसे पूछताछ होगी। तभी जो क्या इसका कारण था, कौन लोग थे, किसी संगठन से जुड़े हुए थे, क्या था, ये सब तभी जांच से ही पता चले।
था क्या वो अचानक से कूदे या फिर आप लोग को लग रहा कि कोई गिर गया?
कूदे वहां से शुरू में जरूर लगा होगा कोई गिर गया है शायद, तो हम चिंतित भी हो, लेकिन तभी वो दूसरा भी कूदा तो इतनी देर में सब अलर्ट हो गए थे।
नारेबाजी भी हो रही थी।
मुझे ऐसा कुछ स्मरण नहीं है, मतलब मुझे कुछ सुनाई नहीं दिया ऐसा। हो सकता है कोई छोटे छोटे नारे, लेकिन उनको दबोच लिया गया था। ये 1 सेकंड्स के अंदर सारा काम हो गया
अचानक से। लेकिन वहाँ पे धुआं भी पीले रंग का
किया ना वो, उसके बाद उनको पकड़ लिया गया। अब जांच से ही स्थिति स्पष्ट होगी।
सर, स्पीकर इस मामले पर संज्ञान लेंगे? दानिश अली इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। दानिश जी, पूरा मामला क्या हुआ, अचानक से कैसे इंट्रूडर्स पहुंच गए और क्या डेलिबरेटली प्लानिंग के तहत, क्योंकि आज दिन भी वही चुना है जो संसद पे हमले की तारीख थी, हुआ क्या था?
अब ये तो सरकार को बताना है, सिक्योरिटी एजेंसी को, कि इतना बड़ा सिक्योरिटी लैप्स कैसे हुआ। आज ही के दिन हमारे संसद भवन पर आतंकवादियों का हमला हुआ था और आज ही के दिन 21 साल बाद जो है चैम्बर के अंदर पहुंच गए लोग। बोले ये इतना बड़ा सिक्योरिटी लैप्स। जो पकड़ाए गए हैं उसमें से एक को तो मैंने खुद जो है सिक्योरिटी ऑफिसर्स के साथ उनके साथ पकड़ा है। उसकी जब तलाशी ली तो उसमें से जो है जो पास निकला है उसका एक का नाम सागर शर्मा है और वो हमारे मैसूर के माननीय सांसद प्रताप सिम्हा जी के जो है गेस्ट के रूप में आया था।
एक और बात सर, वहाँ पे स्मोक कैनिस्टर्स का इस्तेमाल किया गया, नारेबाजी भी लगाई जा रही थी कोई?
हाँ, वो कुछ ऐसा नारा कर रहे थे कि काला कानून क्या पता नहीं, वो जो नया आईपीसी अमेंडमेंट है उसका पता, ये सब इन्वेस्टिगेशन का मामला है। वी डोंट नो, बट द थिंग इज कि आज ही के दिन 21 साल पहले संसद पर हमला हुआ था और आज ऐसे लोग चैम्बर के अंदर पहुंच गए। ये बड़ा सवाल है।
बड़ा सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच का मामला है।
बहुत बड़ा सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच का मामला है। सिक्योरिटी, यहां की अंदर की सिक्योरिटी की जिम्मेदारी हमारी सेनाओं की नहीं है।
दानिश अली पूरे मामले पर। मनोज झा इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद है। मनोज जी, आज लोकसभा में जो देखने को मिला उस पर अपोजिशन का क्या कहना है, क्योंकि 4 बजे लोकसभा स्पीकर ने बुलाया भी है सभी दलों को?
देखिए, महत्वपूर्ण ये नहीं है कि अपोजिशन को क्या कहना है, महत्वपूर्ण ये है कि स्थिति की गंभीरता को समझे। आज हमारे बरसी थी, 22 वर्ष हो गए उस घटना के, जघन्य कांड के, शहीद दिवस। उसके बाद आज ब्रीच होता है इस तरह से, और हम खास तौर पे देख रहे हैं कि इस नई बिल्डिंग में पता नहीं क्या व्यवस्था की गई है। ये बहुत वल्नरेबल बिल्डिंग हो गई है। तो मैं जो अक्सर हम लोग कहते रहते हैं कि सुरक्षा, इस तरह के मसले ये एपिसोडिक नहीं होते हैं। ये आप सिर्फ पार्लियामेंट में खड़े होकर सीना ठोक के बड़ी बड़ी बात कह दो और ये लैप्स होते रहे। मैं समझता हूँ सरकार को बहुत गंभीरता से इस पर विचार करके एक स्टेटमेंट इस पर आना चाहिए।
लोकसभा अध्यक्ष से आप लोग क्या कहेंगे, क्योंकि 4 बजे मीटिंग भी सर नहीं है, लेकिन अपोजिशन तो पूरा जाएगा सर, पार्टी को बुलाया है।
पूरा अपोजिशन लोकसभा के सदस्य तय करेंगे। हमने यहाँ अपनी बात जो कहनी थी वो माननीय चेयरमैन साहब से कह दी।
पास कैंसिल होने की कोई बात रखी जाएगी या फिर सांसद के अराउंड भी जांच हो, क्योंकि उन्हीं के गेस्ट थे जो बीजेपी एमपी मैसूर से?
मेरा सीधे मानना है कि अतिरेक की कोई घटना न हो, कि अतिरेक में ये कर दो वो कर दो, ये नहीं। चाक चौबंद व्यवस्था अभी भी बनाई जा सकती है। हम कई वर्ष इसमें रहे। अगर मैं 2001 की उस घटना को छोड़ दूं जो दुर्घटना हुई, उसके बाद मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं कि ये बिल्डिंग सिक्योरिटी के लिहाज से वल्नरेबल।
इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद है हनुमान सर। उस वक्त आप अंदर मौजूद थे जिस वक्त लोकसभा में प्रोटेस्टर्स पहुंचे, आपने दबोचा भी, कई सांसदों ने बताया। अचानक से हुआ क्या, किस वक्त ये अचानक से हुआ?
देखिए, शून्यकाल चल रहा था, राजेंद्र अग्रवाल जी चेयर पे थे और जब मेरा बोलने का नंबर था, जब मुझे इशारा किया गया तो उसी वक्त हमने देखा कि पीछे की ओर सब सांसद देख रहे हैं। एक लड़का लटक रहा था विजिटर गैलरी से नीचे की ओर और दूसरा कूद गया था, वो जंप कर रहा था, आगे की ओर बढ़ रहा था। वो चेयर से चेयर आगे की ओर बढ़ रहा था। तो मैंने पीछे की ओर जाके, मैं सेकंड रो में बैठा था आगे से, मैंने पीछे की ओर जाके जब वो आगे नजदीक आया तो उसको दबोच के पटक लिया था उस लड़के को। और वो कह रहा था कि हम तो प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं साहब, हमें मारो मत, हम प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं।
क्यों प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे हनुमान जी, किस बात का प्रोटेस्ट?
कोई उसका पता नहीं प्रोटेस्ट कर, लेकिन पीछे एक लेडी और एक लड़का दर्शक जो विजिटर गैलरी थी उसके अंदर से उनको सपोर्ट कर रहे थे कि जाओ आप आगे बढ़ो। वो नारे हमें नहीं सुनाई दिए, लेकिन उनको पटक के हमने जब काबू किया और काबू करने के बाद उस लड़के को जब घसीट के ले जा रहे तो उसने अपने जूते से मोजे से कुछ निकाल के गैस छोड़ी और दूसरे को जब वहां दबोचा पीछे की ओर, जो उससे काफी पीछे था, वो बाद में लटक गया था, पहला आगे आ गया था काफी, उसको मैंने रोका था जो पहला बढ़ रहा था आगे।
संसद के अंदर जैसे ही ये सब कुछ हुआ हनुमान जी, वैसी अफरा तफरी का माहौल बन गया, डर का माहौल बन गया,
पूरा अफरा तफरी का माहौल बन गया था। महिला सांसद भी करीब आधा दर्जन महिला सांसद भी अंदर थी, हड़कंप मच गया एकदम से, क्या हुआ। अगर ये जहरीली गैस लाके छोड़ते तो निश्चित रूप से बहुत से सांसदों की जान जा सकती थी। अगर ये चाकू और हथियार लेके आ जाते तो मार के चले जाते लोगों को, लेकिन हम फिर भी सांसदों ने हिम्मत दिखाई, हौसला दिखाया, उन्हें पकड़ लिया और उन्होंने बताया कि हम लखनऊ के रहने वाले, हमें मारो मत। उस लड़के ने लखनऊ,
लेकिन कौन से सांसद के गेस्ट थे वो लोग?
अब मुझे इसका पता नहीं, लेकिन जिस सांसद के भी गेस्ट है उनसे भी पूछताछ होनी चाहिए, पता करें जो भी हो। ये बहुत बड़ी घटना है, ये देश को झकझोर कर देने वाली घटना है। ये गृह मंत्री जी जो बार बार जम्मू कश्मीर की बात कर रहे थे और बात कर रहे थे, अब आप बताइए, आज से 23 साल पहले इसी पार्लियामेंट में अटैक हुआ था। उस समय हमारे बहुत से जवानों ने शहादत देके नेताओं को बचाया, देश की शान को बचाया, बहुत से कर्मचारियों को बचाया। आज ही का दिन को चुन के इन्होंने फिर ये साबित किया कि सुरक्षित नहीं हो आप लोग, हम जब चाहे जो कर सकते हैं। ये चेतावनी है।
हनुमान जी, क्या सांसदों में ऐसा डर है कि इस पार्लियामेंट में अभी आए या नहीं आए? क्या ऐसी बात भी हो रही है कि सेफ नहीं है, स्पीकर से बात की जाए, मार्शल बढ़ाए जाए?
मार्शल भी बढ़ाए जाए, और देखिए बात करने से भी क्या होगा, अरबों खरबों रुपए लगा के जो पार्लियामेंट बनाई है, क्या फायदा निकला इसका? बताओ मुझे, कितनी बड़ी इंसल्ट हुई आज देश के अंदर कि हम यहाँ भी सुरक्षित नहीं है, और वहां से ऊपर से आके कोई व्यक्ति कर दे। सांसद अंदर कोई बात हो जाए वो एक अलग है, लेकिन ऊपर से कोई व्यक्ति आके इतनी बड़ी सिक्योरिटी के बाद अगर ऐसी घटना को अंजाम दे, तो लगता है कि देश में न तो सांसद सुरक्षित है, न आम आदमी सुरक्षित है, और न देश सुरक्षित।
क्या सांसद भागने दौड़ने भी लगे थे जैसे ही पूरा मामला हुआ?
नहीं, भागने दौड़ने तो नहीं, लेकिन अपराध तो मच नहीं है ना। कई सांसद उनको पकड़ने के लिए प्रयास करते, पकड़े इनको।
All right, we're getting in some information from our sources right now. Pratap Sinha, who's the MP, reportedly, who had, in fact, on whose permission that the accused was allowed as guest. Now, he has apprised Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla in his chamber about the accused. Now, Pratap Sinha told the Lok Sabha Speaker that the accused's father hails from his constituency and was requesting for the visitor's pass to visit the new parliament. He was in touch with his PA, that is, the accused was in touch with Pratap Sinha's PA and his office to attain a pass to visit the new parliament. He also told the Lok Sabha Speaker that he had no additional information except these facts that he is telling the Speaker. My colleague Madhurima gets more information on this. Madhurima, we are getting more details about this Pratap Sinha, who is the Mysore MP. He has told the Lok Sabha Speaker that it was his father who was asking for a pass for his son, who is the accused, who had in fact intruded the Lok Sabha chamber. And this accused wanted to just enter the parliament, see the parliament. What more details can you share with us?
Well, Rakshita, what we're learning at this moment that Pratap Sinha had apprised the Lok Sabha Speaker about how he was aware of this particular person who's been arrested. He said that his PA apprised the parliamentarian that the accused's father was in contact with Sinha's office in the national capital and was regularly in touch with Sinha's personal assistant as well, and that he has been requesting for past couple of months to get a pass to see the new parliament. And because he was from his constituency, Sinha's constituency, the PA, after regular and incessant request, obliged to the request, and then this is how he attained that particular pass. And after that, what ensued is in front of the entire country. But the parliamentarian has told the Lok Sabha Speaker that he has no additional information. He does not know anybody, the accused or his extended family, in any way whatsoever. Rakshita. He does not know anybody, the accused or his extended family, in any way whatsoever.
All right. Thank you so much, Madhurima, for joining us with those details. So that is the latest we have right now, viewers. 7 suspects are there who have been identified. 6 have been detained so far. And as my colleague was telling you, that it will Pratap Simha, the MP, BJP MP, has apprised the Lok Sabha Speaker, Om Birla, about the situation, about the accused, saying that it was accused father who has been trying for months to oblige him and let his son see the new parliament. That is all he knows. That is what he has told the Speaker. And that is the latest update we're getting in. Also, remember, we are getting more inside details. This breach was, in fact, this incident, this attack was, this intrusion was being planned for the past 3 to 4 months. Those are the latest update. We'll get you more inside details, but right now, simply to a very, very short break. On the other side, our coverage on this mega security breach and more details and updates and reactions continue on the other side. Stay tuned to Republic TV.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
The difference between India and the difference with the rest of the world economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value, and that is one of the most important factors.
Tier 2 cities, smaller towns, having people that independence, financial independence, what are the sort of efforts that you're putting in at Axis Bank?
The wealth in India, defined as people with, let's say, wealth of over 2 crores and above, is expected to grow 5-fold by 2032. The expectation is that a large part of that wealth will be created in the rural markets. So all of us are going and spending a lot of time in some of those markets. Just because you asked about Axis Bank, a couple of years back, we actually went and publicly announced to the market that one of the important areas which we want to build as a bank is an area of distinctiveness. We want to be known in the market for being different.
People, we need money.
and yes, they can be even better.
All right, we're getting in some more breaking news now. This is coming in from Madhya Pradesh. In his very first order, right after being sworn in, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav has ordered for all loudspeakers to be immediately removed across the state. This is the very first order by MP Chief Minister on his debut, right after he was sworn in this morning as the Chief Minister. Dr. Mohan Yadav has now issued an order ordering loudspeakers to be immediately removed, ban on loudspeakers from all public spaces. Remember, loudspeakers and the issue of loudspeakers and the ban on loudspeakers had been, in debates and discussions, and of course by several governments. It has been mulled upon. There have been several, debates over this and reactions over this. But Mohan Yadav has now, in his very first order, banned loudspeakers in all public places. That is the big update we are getting in from Bhopal. This is the latest update we have. Remember, Dr. Mohan Yadav is now the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, taking over as the Chief Minister after Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Delhi Police's forensic team collected samples in the Parliament premises following a major security breach earlier today. Forces have been deployed outside Parliament following a security breach inside Lok Sabha earlier today. CRPF DG Anish Dayal Singh also arrived at the Parliament following the incident. Delhi Police Commissioner Sanjay Arora arrived at the Parliament after the massive security breach incident. Meanwhile, Delhi Police Special Cell also has taken cognizance. Security of Uttar Pradesh Assembly has also been increased. Additional policemen, provincial armed constable have also been provincial armed constabulary have been deployed at the gates of the UP Assembly. The number of secretariat security teams inside have also been increased. Following the security breach at the Lok Sabha, Section 144 has been imposed outside residences of Prime Minister Modi, JP Nadda, Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi and several other ministers. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has banned visitor gallery pass in the Parliament following the breach that raised questions of security and safety within the Parliament. And former Delhi Police ACP Ved Bhushan raises concerns over security breach in the Parliament, calling for action against those responsible. Right, moving to now Kerala right now. Workers of BJP's Yuva Morcha on Wednesday took to the streets in Thiruvananthapuram to show their dissent and displeasure over the mismanagement of the Sabrimala pilgrimage. A fresh burst of anger has hit Kerala, remember, after what happened during the Sabrimala pilgrimage. Pilgrims had to bear the brunt of the failure of the authorities of the state government yet again. Here's a small report on that.
A sea of devotees descended at the Sabrimala temple on Wednesday, but none of them could secure a darshan. Pilgrims were once again left to bear the brunt of the failure of the state administration. A mega showdown in Thiruvananthapuram. Days after the Vijayan government promised to ensure a safe visit for all pilgrims. But the reality was far from that promise. BJP Yuva Morcha workers took to the streets to express displeasure over this mismanagement. Unable to abate the protests, police used water cannons and lathi charged at the protesters. The issue has once again taken a political turn. This is not the first time that the Kerala government is in the dock over the Sabrimala issue. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
The difference between India and the difference with the rest of the world economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value, and that is one of the most important factors.
People, we need money.
Do you think whether the India Inc. animal spirit is back?
Absolutely. And from an auto perspective, I can tell you that we have a very bullish view of the Indian auto industry, both because the motorization of India has actually just started. We are at around 30 per thousand population in terms of motorization, and it's expected to go up drastically.
The last few years, the optimism when it comes to capital deployment, looking into the future, not let's say the next few quarters, next few months, it's about how can India play a significantly larger global role in the consumer space, specifically with respect to our fund. And so absolutely yes, animal spirits are back. Can they be better? My sense is yes, they can be even better.
Because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value, and that is one of the most important factors.
India, it will take you average 42 months. It will take you 18 months in China. We have to be the innovators. Are we doing that enough?
I did a paper about 18 months ago about the patent system, and we found a lot of process problems. But one of the major things we found is that this is one area where we don't actually have.
Burning Question, powered by Kent Oro, co-powered by Sera.
Thank you for joining us on The Burning Question. It's 8 p.m. I'm Niranjan. Ladies and gentlemen, 22 years after the Parliament attack in 2001, the scenes witnessed in Parliament on the 13th of December, raising questions about the security situation both inside and outside Parliament. Our focus on the pictures that came in, the youth involved, their connection, and the investigation continues. Unprecedented scenes inside the Parliament today, and that's our focus on The Burning Question. Is it time to look at India's security establishment closer? Take a look at this story. Before that, the headlines. Unidentified man storms into Lok Sabha during the proceedings from the visitors' gallery. Six detained after security breach in Parliament. Police say interrogation still underway. Reports suggesting police probing terror linked to Parliament security breach. Delhi Police Commissioner, Head of Security and CRPF DG hold a meeting with the Home Secretary. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla says security breach will not deter the spirit of the House. Government calls for an all-party meeting after the security breach inside Parliament. On the 22nd anniversary of the Parliament attacks, what we've seen today has set alarm bells ringing in the national capital. Two visitors in the gallery inside the Lok Sabha, jumping off the visitors' gallery, moving from one bench to the next to get to the well of the House, and all of that while firing canisters inside Parliament. These are some of the dramatic scenes that were witnessed when even parliamentarians, MPs themselves, had to physically stop these intruders who managed to sneak in the canisters inside Parliament after hiding them inside the shoes. How did they get inside? And is it a security breach that should now be investigated? As of this minute, even a terror angle is not being ruled out. We know the names of those involved, and we hear that they've been linked for over 3 to 4 months. It's a sinister sort of a design because many of them have even taken part in protests like the farmers' protest, the wrestlers' protest. Here's the story, the scenes witnessed in Parliament, and then the burning question.
A startling security breach in the Lok Sabha on the 22nd anniversary of Parliament attacks has sent shockwaves across the nation. Parliament disrupted for nearly an hour after a man jumped from the visitors' gallery onto the floor of the House. A dramatic scene played out as he was seen jumping and dodging members as MPs ran to safety. But the Lok Sabha Speaker firmly said that the proceedings of the House won't stop.
देश और राष्ट्र की सेवा के लिए आए हैं और कितनी भी विपरीत परिस्थिति हो उसके बाद भी सदन चले, ये हम सब की जिम्मेदारी है। और उसके बाद हम सब उस घटना के बाद भी सदन चला था, आज भी सदन चलेगा, कोई सदनों को रोक नहीं सकता।
While a high-level probe has been initiated, the opposition is using this opportunity to once again sharpen its attack on the Modi government.
जो समस्या है वो बहुत गंभीर है। ये सिर्फ लोकसभा और राज्यसभा का प्रश्न नहीं है। इससे पहले भी ऐसा गड़बड़ एक बार हुआ था। शहीद दिवस आज ही मनाए हैं, शहीद दिवस आज ही मनाए हैं और आज ऐसा हो रहा है।
ऐसे लोग चैम्बर के अंदर पहुंच गए, ये बड़ा सवाल है।
बड़ा सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच का मामला है।
बहुत बड़ा सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच का मामला है। सिक्योरिटी, यहां की अंदर की सिक्योरिटी की जिम्मेदारी हमारी सेनाओं की नहीं है।
महत्वपूर्ण यह है कि स्थिति की गंभीरता को समझे। आज हमारे बरसी थी, 22 वर्ष हो गए उस घटना के, जघन्य कांड के, शहीद दिवस। उसके बाद आज ब्रीच होता है इस तरह से, और हम खास तौर पे देख रहे हैं कि इस नई बिल्डिंग में पता नहीं क्या व्यवस्था की गई है। ये बहुत वल्नरेबल बिल्डिंग हो गई है।
Union Minister and Leader of the House in Rajya Sabha Piyush Goyal said that the matter was being unnecessarily politicized.
मैं समझता हूँ राज्यसभा हाउस ऑफ एल्डर्स है। हमने एक मैसेज देना चाहिए कि ये देश की क्षमता, ये देश की ताकत इन सब चीजों से उठकर है और हाउस जरूर चलना चाहिए। हम सब सदस्य हाउस चलने के पक्ष में हैं।
The latest incident has once again raised pertinent questions over the security arrangement in the new Parliament building. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
What time did it happen? And joining us on the burning question this evening are Mahua Maji. Mahua Maji is a parliamentarian. She's an MP from Rajya Sabha. She's from the JMM. Mahua Maji, ji, thank you for joining us this evening. Jitendra Kumar Ojha, geopolitical national security expert, also joining us on the burning question this evening. Colonel Shailendra Singh, defense expert, will be joining us. Okay, he's live with us. I see him there. Suman C. Raman, political analyst, joining us live from Chennai. I want to go across to the parliamentarian first. Mahua Maji ji, आप थे वहाँ पे राज्यसभा में आज, हमें जरा बताइए. Why don't you tell our viewers about what you saw, what happened there, the sense of panic. Mahua Maji जी.
हाँ जी, देखिए ऐसा है कि हम तो राज्यसभा में थे, लेकिन लोकसभा में इतनी बड़ी घटना हुई और ये बहुत गंभीर मामला है. संसद पर हमला हुआ था 22 साल पहले, आज उसकी बरसी थी, सबने श्रद्धांजलि दी और ऐसे में पहले से सुरक्षा व्यवस्था और भी दुरुस्त होना चाहिए था. और जिस तरह से ये हमला हुआ, इससे मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि पूरे देश के लोग, 140 करोड़ जनसंख्या जिस देश की है, सभी लोग अपने आप को असुरक्षित महसूस कर रहे होंगे कि जो लोग संसद भवन की या पार्लियामेंट की सुरक्षा नहीं कर सकते, वो इस देश की क्या सुरक्षा करेंगे. और पूरी दुनिया हम पर हंसेगी कि ये इतना बड़ा देश, इतनी बड़ी जनसंख्या, और बार बार इस पर अटैक हो रहे हैं. पार्लियामेंट में अटैक हो रहा है, मुंबई में अटैक हो रहा है, और फिर भी लोग इतने लापरवाह है, सरकार इतनी लापरवाह है. वो तो ईश्वर की कृपा है कि उनके पास जो भी गैस वगैरह थे, जो कुछ भी था, वो उतना खतरनाक नहीं था, तो हमारे माननीय सांसदों को नुकसान नहीं हुआ, लेकिन वो हो भी सकता था. तो ये सुरक्षा की चूक. और एक बात मैं कहना चाहूँगी कि जिस बीजेपी के सांसद द्वारा साइन किए हुए ये पास के आधार पे वो अंदर आ पाए थे, अगर वो विपक्ष के होते, अगर वो बीजेपी के नहीं होते, तो अब तक तो कमेटी भी बन गई होती, वहाँ पर मीटिंग भी हो गई होती, उनके खिलाफ सदस्यता रद्द करने का फरमान भी जारी हो गया होता. वो तो बच गए कि भाजपा के सांसद है तो उसकी लिपापोती हो जाएगी, ये हमें पता है. लेकिन अगर यही विपक्ष के कोई सांसद होते तो अब तक कितना कुछ हो गया होता. कितने बड़े बड़े भाषण, कितने बड़े बड़े बयान, संसद सदस्यता रद्द और तमाम चीजें हो गई होती. और सब लोग चुप हैं. और जब बार बार पूछा गया कि भाई ये क्या है, इस पर पहले बात की जाए, उसके बाद सदन चले, लेकिन जब वहां से कोई रिप्लाई उस तरह से नहीं आया संतोषप्रद, तब विपक्ष ने वहां से वॉकआउट किया. जी,
अभी एक ब्रेकिंग न्यूज आ रही है. महवा माजी जी, एक जो ब्रेकिंग न्यूज आ रही है ये है कि जो आप सांसद के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, ये है प्रताप सिम्हा कर्नाटक का एक सांसद है. प्रताप सिम्हा हैज बीन समन्ड. ये ब्रेकिंग न्यूज आ रही है कि प्रताप सिम्हा हैज बीन समन्ड बाय द स्पीकर. आई वाज टोल्ड दैट ही शेयर्ड द डिटेल्स, बट ही इज ऑफिशियली बीन समन्ड बाय द स्पीकर। और ये भी एक ब्रेकिंग न्यूज आ रही है अभी हमारे जो गेस्ट है, पैनलिस्ट है, जितेंद्र कुमार ओझा, कर्नल शैलेंद्र सिंह और सुमन सिंह रमन, उनको भी मैं कहना चाहता हूं और आपको भी कि ये जो डिटेल्स आ रही है, मावा माजी जी एक और कमेंट लेता हूं आपसे, ये है कि ये जो लोग हैं, जो इंट्रूडर्स है आज के, जिनके नाम है मनोरंजन, अमोल और सूरज, ये जो है, इनका 3-4 महीने से कुछ मीटिंग्स चल रही थी। सागर शर्मा और मनोरंजन, इन दोनों और अमोल और नीलम के बीच में मीटिंग्स चल रही थी 3 से 4 महीने। और ये भी डिटेल्स आ रही है कि ये जो मनोरंजन था कर्नाटक से, मनोरंजन ने प्रताप सिम्हा के ऑफिस में 3-4 महीने से वो रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा था उसके पिताजी के द्वारा पास दिलवाने के लिए, वो 3-4 महीने से चल रहा था। और ये भी डिटेल्स आ रही है कि ये कंफर्म नहीं है, लेकिन ये डिटेल्स आ रही है कि जो एंट्री हुआ पार्लियामेंट के अंदर, मुझे कंफर्म करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन ये डिटेल्स आ रही है कि ये वो एंट्री किया एक वीवीआईपी गाड़ी में। मुझे पता नहीं कौन है वो वीवीआईपी, मुझे पता नहीं। अगर हम ये सब देखें तो ये बहुत बड़ा सिक्योरिटी लैब से, हाँ ये है, लेकिन ये 2 लोग का जो कनेक्शन है, एक नीलम और दूसरा ये जो है सागर शर्मा, पहले भी इनका थोड़ा ये एक रेसलर्स प्रोटेस्ट और एक फार्मर्स प्रोटेस्ट में भी ये बागी हो चुके हैं। तो इसके बारे में क्या आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं?
Is it for me?
देखिए, अभी तो हमारी कोई ऐसी मीटिंग हुई नहीं है। विपक्ष की मीटिंग होगी तो बहुत सारी बातें खुलकर आएंगी, उसके बाद हम
पार्लियामेंटेरियन
कुछ बोल पाएंगे। आज तो अभी हमें हेलो आवाज नहीं है।
गो हेड मैम, थोड़ा डिले है, आप बात कीजिए। आप बात कीजिए मैम, थोड़ा डिले है। यू प्लीज स्पीक।
ओके,
आई वोंट इंटरप्ट यू। कैन यू हियर मी?
अच्छा, ठीक है। हाँ, देखिए, अगर ऐसा है तो ये तो जांच का विषय है और सुरक्षा में ऐसी चूक क्यों हुई, जो भी आते हैं उनकी जांच करनी चाहिए। मैं आपको बता दूं कि कल मैं भी जब पार्लियामेंट में गई थी तो वहाँ के कुछ सुरक्षा कर्मी मेरे पास आए थे जब मैं साइन कर रही थी रजिस्टर पे। तो उन्होंने मुझसे कहा कि मैम, आप एक विजिटर्स का रिक्वेस्ट है कि थोड़ा साइन कर दीजिए, कुछ लोग अंदर आना चाह रहे हैं। तो मैंने कहा ये लोग कौन है? तो वो बोले कि बाहर में एक सिक्योरिटी गार्ड है, तो उनके कुछ गेस्ट है। तो मैं बोली, तो उन्होंने फोन भी लगा दिया, किसी लेडी से बात कराया और मुझसे कहा कि इनके पास पे आप साइन कर दो। तो मैंने कहा, देखिए, मैं आपको जानती हूँ कि आप यहाँ सिक्योरिटी गार्ड हैं, लेकिन मैं किसी अनजान को कैसे यहाँ पर अलाउ कर सकती हूँ? और मैं विपक्ष में हूँ, अगर मैं सत्ता पक्ष में होती तो शायद कोई बात होती, अगर कुछ भी चूक होगी तो फिर हम पर ज़्यादा आरोप लगेंगे। तो फिर मैंने साइन नहीं किया। तो इस तरह से हम लोगों के पास भी रिक्वेस्ट आते रहते हैं, लेकिन हमें सावधान रहना चाहिए कि हम किसी अनजान के लिए साइन ना करें। इस तरह की चूक किसी से हो सकती है, तो सबको ये अलर्ट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि इन दिनों मैं देख रही हूँ कि पार्लियामेंट में बहुत ज़्यादा भीड़ नज़र आती है। चारों तरफ लोग घूमते रहते हैं, सुबह से लेकर शाम तक। जब तब मैं देखती हूँ कि स्टैचूज़ के सामने भी भीड़ रहती है, तो इतनी बड़ी तादाद में लोग आ रहे हैं। वहाँ के जो हमारे नए जो रेस्टोरेंट वगैरह बने हैं, उसमें भी विजिटर्स की भीड़ लगी रहती है। तो ये काफ़ी दिनों से मुझे लगता है इसको हल्के में लिया जा रहा था और सबको अलाउ किया जा रहा था। तो आने वाले दिनों में, चूंकि इसके साथ देश का आत्मसम्मान जुड़ा हुआ है, पूरी दुनिया देख रही है, उनको लगेगा कि भाई आप खुद अपने पार्लियामेंट को सुरक्षित नहीं रख सकते हो, तो फिर देश की सुरक्षा आप कैसे करोगे? तो ये वर्तमान सरकार पर भी प्रश्न है कि आप आखिर इस तरह की चूक कैसे करते हैं। जी,
No, एक चीज तो मानना पड़ेगा, and Suman Siraman, I want to bring you in here, and you know, Jitendra Oja can come in after that. Suman, yes, it is a big security lapse, and you cannot deny it. I mean, you can't downplay what has happened today. You cannot deny the fact that they entered. You cannot deny the fact that they hid these canisters, and I'm told that at least 2 canisters were taken inside the parliament and hidden inside the shoes. In the heels, right? I don't know how they managed to sneak in. It's a huge security lapse, and the parliamentarian spoke of, you know, some requests that came in from security guards to allow people, etc. And I hope that the parliamentarian has flagged that as well, because these are attempts, right? Now, but can you, Sumant, at the same time discount a larger conspiracy, Sumant? Yes, you have every right to question the government. But when threats have been coming in, like, there are people who have said on record, we will target your parliament, etc. on this day. And each of these people, we understand, at least two of them have history in taking part in protests, etc. Suman.
Niranjan, who is responsible for security of the parliament? No, I'm just asking. Clearly, it has to be the Home Ministry, right? And I'm just thinking that we are fortunate that this is not an opposition who had issued the passes. Otherwise, there would have people gone berserk, India would have gone berserk. And even more fortunate that all who have been arrested are members of the majority community, minority. Otherwise, this would have gone huge. Now, in a massive security lab, somebody has to do, and you can't getting feedback if they can how it can help. So if somebody has,
I'm not able to. Okay, I'll fix that audio. Suman, just hold on. Yeah. Suman, just hold on. I'll fix that audio because I'm not able to hear you at all because it's very muffled. I'll just reconnect your line. Just bear with me. Give me 30 seconds. I'll reconnect your line. Colonel Shailendra Singh, you want to take that? The conspiracy angle, Colonel Shailendra Singh.
Yes. Let me tell you, I am not an expert, but I will analyze things for you the way you want. Number one, how come 4 people, only 6 people can conspire together in that age group to come out with this fantastic idea of that yes, they will create chaos in parliament. I would request the system, please graduate yourself that to reach those wires and the ends where they are connected, even in our country, and I suggest don't leave the connection abroad, just go scot-free. Because such conspiracies can lead to disaster. These are those near miss, as what is the terminology used in aircraft aviation industry, that a near miss is to be taken as an absolute clear-cut incidence. Second part, I will go by the honorable member of parliament that you can talk anything, but my suggestion to you is that if you politicians will not unite together for such incidences and you will do a blame game कि सरकार क्या कर रही है, I would request you to have a reconsideration on your such stand together as brother and sisters of the country in that democracy ka mandir where you go every day. I will also say one more thing, that all of us need to see it very transparently. Somebody tried to say that it was in the shoe or the heel of the shoe. Please go by the size of that canister which was emitting smoke. It just cannot fit into the heel of the shoe. It must have been in the socks where he could have taken it inside, as far as I am concerned. A bigger conspiracy is imminent. If you are going to fail to see it, then there is something wrong with us. Congress, I can read, you said the breach is sponsored. Oh my God, don't display somebody's character. Don't start blaming your character inside the parliament. You mean to say, if you were the government, you would have done that? I am very sad at that. This is a matter जहां हमारे डेमोक्रेसी के मंदिर के ऊपर एक अटैक हुआ है, जिसमें मैं कंसर्न्ड हूं, आपको भी कंसर्न्ड होना चाहिए. If you are not, let me tell you, you are conveying a very sad message to me कि आप एक conspiracy of attacking a parliament, you are calling it sponsor. Oh my God. Who is going to sponsor? Will you ever sponsor if you were in government? Or are you trying to say something else? I am requesting all our panelists, please unite on this one part. This is not an attack by a political party on another political party. It is an attack on the mandir of democracy called as my parliament. Have that pride, have that courage, have that sensibility being displayed on such national television, that you come out together as one.
Shailendra Singh.
Can you please answer that question?
Colonel Shailendra Singh, I want to get Sumant Raman here because I'll tell you, there's few things which raise some questions. Sumant, yeah, it's to you, Sumant. Full time to you. Now, see, I'm not sure of the exact time when this was reported. Let me try and look it up. I have the feed here. I have the Lok Sabha feed. And if I'm not wrong, it's a little after 1 p.m. And in just a few minutes, Sumant, I'll get the exact time. But in just a few minutes, there is a message that we get that it was a BJP MP from Karnataka. And I was told, check, it's Pratap Simha, he's given the plus, please check, right? And immediately, and this happens a little after 1 p.m., right? In 5-10 minutes. And we are told that the father of this Manoranjan has been lobbying with Pratap Simha in his office for almost 3 to 4 months, asking for a pass, asking for a visitor's pass. Now, you have every right, and all of us should ask questions of the security establishment. You're damn right about that. But is it possible that these people misuse the office of, for example, Pratap Simha? Now, I don't know Pratap Simha. I can't vouch for Pratap Simha. Is it possible that they used his office to get a visitor's pass? I'm sure people would have, for example, gone to Mahua Maji as well. She's an honorable MP from the JMM and asked her for a visitor's pass at some point. Not now. It may have been whenever, right? Is it possible that somebody may have misused the office of Pratap Simha? Right? It's highly possible, right? Here, there's no scope for BJP Congress like Slugfest. Suman.
Yes. Should be done. First, Pratap Simha must be called by the security agencies and questioned. What is the point of speaking to the speaker? You say the speaker has summoned him. That is not enough. He should be questioned by the security agencies because clearly these people have got access to the parliament through him. Otherwise, they could not have entered the parliament. So, who is answerable? See, Mahua Maitra sharing her login password becomes a threat to national security. Pratap Simha giving a pass to two people who have caused a ruckus like this and set off smoke bombs in parliament is not a security threat. He doesn't even need to be questioned by the agencies. Wow.
No, I think there's a difference between the two, Sumant. I think there's a difference between the two. There's a difference between the two, Sumant. One did it intentionally, and one, we don't know. Of course, it's a matter of investigation.
No,
but
you
it
know.
Could have been possible that.
I'll tell you why you know it. Because he's not an.
No, I'm saying before the investigation. Would it be fair? Before the investigation, would it be fair to conclude?
If it had been an opposition,
I'll get Jitendra Ojha to respond to when you're done.
Asking for an NIA probe. Let's be very clear on this, Niranjan. Media would have been.
Can I speak?
NIA probe. All I am saying is, Mr. Simha must be questioned. We
want an NIA probe even now. We want an NIA probe even now. What's wrong with an NIA probe even now? Every kind of probe should happen.
You are giving him a
Jitendra.
You are giving him a clean sheet. You are saying that he didn't know anything.
Who's giving him a clean sheet?
He didn't know these people. You just said it. Mahua Maitra did it deliberately. There is
I'm saying what if
Mahua did and what he...
These are initial details, Suman. These are initial details. Suman, these are initial details.
May I speak,
if he's guilty, please hang him.
Okay.
No, if he's guilty, please hang him. I don't have any issues with that. These are initial details.
So first of all, Mr. Niraj,
okay, I'll tell you, Suman, because we have Republic Kannada. Republic Kannada is live in Karnataka. We went to this boy's house in the morning, in the afternoon. We were live from his house. We spoke to his father. But anyway, Jitendra Ojha.
Yes, first of all, you have to segregate security and politics. Security, we have to have...
Opening remarks.
Yes, security and politics have to be segregated. We have to have a bipartisan approach as far as security is concerned. This particular incident you're talking about, we call it failure of countermeasures. And when you talk about failure of countermeasures, unfortunately, our psyche has been very clerical. We cannot think beyond tactical approaches, and very sad and disheartening that people across two camps, they're trading charges over this issue. This must not happen.
Fact is that an incident of this nature is likely to embolden, I must say, terrorist groups. Fortunately for us, this was not a terrorist attack. These are few mentally unstable people. This is what prima facie it appears, mentally unstable people. They have managed to breach security. Now, Niranjan, what should be the answer? As I've said, we have always gone tactical. As far as our entire security approach is concerned, it is few decades back. Of course, we have many brilliant people in our security establishment, some top-class people. They come, they perform. Right, but rather what has happened at this point of time, that some of the powerful terrorist groups, they have been neutralized outside and they have not been able to come, and this area, this zone is safe. But when it gets down to local police, where this kind of security of a high-value target, as we say, here we have failed, that whosoever is there. But fact is that, simply suspending these people is not going to be sufficient. We need to go a little deeper. Are those people motivated? Did they were they having sufficient psychological fuel to be alert on their duty? Were they sufficiently trained or something like this? I don't think that we are focusing on these. We are talking about issues away from this. Of course, I agree that across your divide there has to be serious discussion, and I would say not only security is in a bad state, maybe our politics is also turning bankrupt. We are not having sufficiently intelligent people to come and discuss something and build a consensus, and we are only into squabbling, and this is very unfortunate. So yes, it's a tactical failure, but I would also say we have not had a strategic approach. We have been relying on brilliance of few individuals. We have not been focusing on building right kind of institutions where people are motivated, people are skilled. When we have right people with right aptitude, lot many issues are there. People have been very esteemed elder colleagues of mine. They have been talking about how we need to revamp the entire policing system and security system.
Sure, but this is a huge lapse, Jitendra Oja. Or Jitendra Oja, by whichever, whichever way you look at it, Jitendra Oja, Jitendra Oja, whichever way you look at it, sir, but let me tell you, I want to bring in the Honorable MP for a second here. Whichever way you look at it, it is a lapse. I mean, you can't deny the fact that it is a lapse. I mean,
but I say,
you can't.
Tactical failure.
You can't deny. And I actually want to show you a picture, Subhan, because you spoke about the shoe. There's no two ways about it. It is a huge lapse. It is a huge lapse, and there's no point. Even before we get to the larger conspiracy, we need to ask ourselves, how did they get inside? Right. Now, I have a picture here, sir. Please take a look at this picture. I don't know whether you have this picture or whether you can see this picture. It shows the shoe of one of these intruders, Suman. Right? There's a picture of a shoe, and it clearly indicates, there is a layer beneath his heel. And you can see that perhaps that could be one of the areas where he had hidden it. Now, of course, I'm no expert, but it appears that, whatever it is, they came prepared, right? They came prepared. They were not checked. They were not checked. They went into the visitors gallery. In fact, I'm being told that there were two security men in the visitors gallery. That's visitors gallery number 4. They tried to jump off the visitors gallery, held on to the visitors gallery, and then jumped down and then tried to jump one bench after the other, right? Now, this is a huge lapse. It is a huge lapse. And of course, heads have to roll. That's fine. You can ask for that. You can ask for an NIA investigation, CBI investigation. You can ask for every kind of investigation. But to politicize it and to make comparisons may be a little premature and wrong at this point, Sumant.
Yeah, I agree, Niranjan. This should not be politicized because the MP issued the passes. MP. How can we politicize?
I'm just going to the MP. I'm going to the. I'm coming to you next. I'm coming to you next. Just bear with me 1 minute. I'll come to you next.
Symbol of democracy, etc., etc. If a Congress MP had done this, everyone would have been screaming no murder, and we know it.
Hello.
Yes.
I think that it's a bit unfair. Okay. Yeah, Mahua ji. हाँ जी महुआ जी
अभी जितेंद्र जी ने
हाँ जी
कि इस समय पॉलिटिक्स नहीं करना चाहिए और अपोजिशन को चाहिए कि मिलके बात करे। और इसी वजह से राज्यसभा में हमारे माननीय खड़गे जी ने ये कहा था कि हमें इस पर बात करनी है, आप बताइए कि कैसे सुरक्षा में चूक हुई। बातचीत करना चाहते थे, लेकिन चूंकि बार बार कहने के बाद भी बातचीत आरंभ नहीं हो पाई, इसीलिए वॉकआउट किया गया विपक्ष की तरफ से। आप ये गलत एलिगेशन मत लगाइए, विपक्ष बातचीत करना चाहती थी और इसीलिए वॉकआउट किया गया, क्योंकि वो पार्लियामेंट में जो डेली बिजनेस होता है वही उसी पर वहां पर हो रहा था, बिल पे बहस हो रही थी और इसलिए वॉकआउट करके लोग बाहर आ गए। दूसरी बात उन्होंने कहा कि जो जिन लड़कों ने और जो लड़की जिन्होंने भी ये सब कांड किया, वो मेंटली वो लोग अनस्टेबल थे। एक व्यक्ति या दो व्यक्ति हो सकता है, लेकिन 6 लोगों की टीम मेंटली अनस्टेबल होगी ऐसा तो यकीन नहीं होता। निश्चित रूप से इसके पीछे कोई बात होगी और इस पर सुरक्षा में करना चाहिए। क्योंकि कुछ समय पहले मैं बताऊं कि पार्लियामेंट में भी, हमारे राज्यसभा में भी एक दिन क्या हुआ कि एक बड़ी सी टीम आई हुई थी और गैलरी में बैठी हुई थी। अचानक जब पार्लियामेंट चल रहा था तो वहां से पॉलिटिकल नारे शुरू हो गए थे। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का नाम लेके वो नारा लगा रहे थे, तो फिर हम लोगों ने फिर से वॉकआउट किया था विपक्ष ने। तो ये यहाँ कई दिनों से हो रहा है। वो लोग शायद गुजरात से आए हुए थे, पूरी एक टीम थी। तो जो भी हमारे एमपीज लोगों को विजिटर्स देते हैं, कार्ड वगैरह बना के साइन करते हैं, उनको ये सब पहले सुनिश्चित करना चाहिए कि पार्लियामेंट की गरिमा बनी रहे। वहां पर बैठ के गैलरी में मोदी जी पर या पॉलिटिकल नारा भी लगाना उचित नहीं है। ये सब ध्यान रखना चाहिए भविष्य में, ये मैं कहना चाहूँगी। और जहां तक विपक्ष की बात है, विपक्ष सीरियस थी इस मैटर में, इसीलिए उन लोगों ने इसीलिए वॉकआउट किया गया। पर बात नहीं की जा रही थी राज्यसभा में।
फैक्ट इज दैट आई एम नॉट प्लेइंग एनी पार्टिजन रोल। मैंने किसी पे कोई आरोप नहीं लगाया। मैंने पूरे पॉलिटिकल क्लास को कहा कि सुधारने के बाद जो है आप बातचीत कीजिए, गवर्नमेंट हो या ऑपोजिशन हो, कोई बात नहीं। और सिक्योरिटी को टोटल ऑटोनॉमी होनी चाहिए कि कहीं दुनिया के किसी विकसित देश में नहीं होता है कि पार्लियामेंटेरियन या कोई भी डे टू डे काम में किसी एक्सपर्ट के दखलंदाजी करे। वो करा मेंटली स्टेबल का मैं बताऊं मैडम, कोई टेररिस्ट हो या अपराधी हो, दोनों दिमागी रूप से बीमार होते हैं, दोनों बीमार होते हैं तभी काम करता है। आप दोनों, मैं उनके न्यूरो एनाटॉमी की भी मैं पढ़ता था और पढ़ाता था कि उनके ब्रेन में क्या चेंजेस होते हैं कि लोग अपराधी होते हैं और बहुत नॉर्मल दिखने वाले लोगों के भी ब्रेन डैमेज हो सकते हैं। तो कोई भी आदमी व्यक्ति ऐसा काम करता है वो साइकोलॉजिकली बीमार है। तो मैं ये कहता हूं कि सिर्फ जो है पुलिस को डंडे मारने से, वी से नो यू कांट मेक अ डेड हॉर्स रन बाय जस्ट फ्लॉगिंग इट, यू हैव टू गेट इनटू डिटेल्स ऑफ द होल थिंग। तो एक देश में जो साइकोलॉजिकल बीमारी का माहौल है उसको एड्रेस करना पॉलिटिशियन का काम है कि कम से कम लोग मेंटली अनस्टेबल हो, कम से कम लोग अपराधी बने। मैंने कहा कि एक सिक्योरिटी काउंटर मेजर जिसे कहते हैं कि ये चेक करते हैं इस पॉइंट पे, उसका फेलियर है। ये फेलियर एक टैक्टिकल लेवल पे है। मैंने कहा कि हर टैक्टिकल फेलियर की एक स्ट्रेटेजिक ये होती है कि अगर आप तैयार नहीं रहेंगे तो नहीं होगा। मेंटल फ्यूल की मैं बात कर रहा हूं, मैं उन सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स की बात कर रहा हूं। उनको आप जो है डरा के डोरमैट और टॉयलेट पेपर की तरह उनको इस्तेमाल करेंगे तो वो कभी भी टॉप क्लास सिक्योरिटी प्रोफेशनल नहीं हो सकते हैं। तो उसको भी ध्यान देने की जरूरत है कि जो भी सिक्योरिटी गार्ड वहां पे काम करता है उसका मोरल, उसका सेल्फ एस्टीम, उसकी ट्रेनिंग इतनी मजबूत हो कि इन सारी चीजों को डिटेक्ट कर सके। मेरा यही कहना है कि सिर्फ सस्पेंड कर देने से, डिसमिस कर देने से ठीक है, आपको
Sir, I don't think there's a problem with that, Jitendra Ojha ji. Sorry, I sort of disagree with that. I don't think there's any problem with.
I conclude.
No, this is. I don't think you can, sir. I think we're sort of we're steering away. I don't know. I don't think we need to psychoanalyze the mental situation of our with all due respect, of the security forces there. And the guards there at the parliament. I don't think that's it's fair on them. I think they're pretty motivated. I think it would be wrong.
We have to empower them. We have to train them. And when we are talking about training them, we have to train their mind also.
Sir, it was a lapse, sir. It was a lapse, and we need to discuss who allowed the lapse. Jitendra Ojha ji, we need to discuss who allowed the lapse. How did the lapse happen?
Yes.
And then you get into I mean, it's a multi-layer failure, sir. It's not one-layer failure.
People in this country and beyond. This is
colonial psyche.
For me to come and discuss and waste my time, my friend. So what I'm saying, psychoanalysis, train their mind.
I don't think it's fair.
I came out.
Sir, I'm not.
Challenge, my friend.
Sir, with all due respect to you, sir.
Yes.
Sir, with all due respect to you, sir.
I'm saying we are having a.
No, please go ahead, sir. I'm with all due respect to you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying it may not be fair at this stage.
No, this is a tactical failure.
Okay, let the parliamentarian, let Mahua ji respond to you. Let Mahua ji respond to you, please.
No, this is a tactical
हाँ, आप क्या जानना?
He's heard you. Let her respond to you.
मैं क्या बोलूँ, आप बताएं। हाँ, नहीं, क्या बोलना, क्या पूछना चाह रहे हैं, सवाल क्या है?
जो जितेंद्र जी ने बोला कि वो,
हेलो,
हाँ जी,
आप मुझे सवाल बताइए।
जितेंद्र ओझा ने
सेंसिबल डिस्कशन, हम दोनों एक दूसरे से सीखें, दैट शुड बी आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव।
No, he was also talking about the moral. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, it is a sensible discussion, and I think in all seriousness, when you speak of a larger issue like this, parliamentarians will also have a huge role to play, and that is why I asked her to respond. It's her duty to respond to you.
हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, हम चाहते हैं कि इस इशू पे एक बुलाई जाए, ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग जिस तरह से होती है, ताकि हाँ, ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग होनी चाहिए जैसे पार्लियामेंट स्टार्ट होने के पहले होती है। इस बार भी 2 तारीख को हुई थी, तो उस मीटिंग में सब लोग मिल बैठ के कोई अच्छी बात की जाए कि कैसे लोगों को विजिटर्स कार्ड दिया जाए, नहीं दिया जाए, उसमें इंस्ट्रक्शंस होने चाहिए। और अगर सुरक्षा की बात है, अभी आपने देखा होगा कि महुआ मोइत्रा को, चूंकि उन्होंने लॉगिन कराया था दुबई से, तो पासवर्ड और जो भी OTP वगैरह उन्होंने दिया, उस आधार पे उनका निष्कासन भी हो गया। तो सुरक्षा की बात तो होती है, तो इस पर ध्यान देना आवश्यक है, चाहे वो अपोजिशन वाले करे या, हालांकि उसमें ऐसा कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं था संविधान की तरफ से या पार्लियामेंट का ऐसे रूल्स में ऐसा नहीं था कि आप लॉगिन पासवर्ड किसी को दे सकते हैं, नहीं दे सकते हैं। फिर भी उनको निष्कासित किया गया उसी आधार पे कि उसमें लगा कि हाँ, देश की सुरक्षा में चूक हुई। ठीक है, तो अब भी देश की सुरक्षा
सवाल है,
और जिनके
महुआ माजी जी, ये एथिक्स का भी सवाल है ना,
पूछताछ होनी चाहिए, ताकि भविष्य में कोई, चाहे वो अपोजिशन में रहे चाहे सत्ता पक्ष में रहे, किसी से भी सुरक्षा में चूक नहीं होनी चाहिए। जी, चाहे वो अपोजिशन में रहे चाहे सत्ता पक्ष में रहे।
निरंजन, कैन आई कम इन?
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा था कि जो आपने महुआ मोइत्रा के बारे में बात किया, और महुआ मोइत्रा का जो वो एथिक्स का इश्यू था। या ओके, कर्नल शैलेंद्र सिंह इज कमिंग इन। ओके, you can respond to her, you can respond to her and Jitendra Oja.
Yes, I will. Just give me 30 seconds. Somebody said all the MP should be questioned. Why are we doubting our MPs now? Let's grant them that respect, that they are not anti-nationals to that extent that they will allow somebody as a planned thing to attack your own parliament. That will be an insult to them. We can be little sensitive towards it. Somebody said that, the forces are demoralized. Oh my God. Sitting in an air-conditioned office, it is very easy for you to say that. But don't malign that complete force, which is called as Delhi Police, which is called as CRPF, which is called as parliamentary staff. Everybody is demoralized. Let's not insult these forces so easily and so bluntly, so insultingly. Be sensitive. There is a breach which has happened. Obviously, there has been mistakes. We will have to create systems to avoid anything like this and beyond. I will say and beyond. Somebody is talking about countermeasure. What is a countermeasure? What is a countermeasure right now? To a nuclear attack on the parliament? No, that is not how you do that. You take precautions. You take SOPs, you set in drills so that anything of this kind doesn't happen. There has been a failure, it needs to be investigated. Now let's not start coming on to the morale and the operating work of the whole force. That's not fair. You need to be fair when it comes to evaluating any force. You don't know sitting there that what kind of operations they are into. Who the hell has told you that those people were employed for taking out papers and doing other job? When did you see that? And Madam Honorable MP Sahiba, I will request you, अगर आपने पार्लियामेंट में लोगों को ऐसे,
there are 5 layers of security, sir. There are 5 layers of security, and I think it's this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. 5 layers of security, sir, not one. I spoke to our reporters go to parliament every single day. There were 5 layers of security.
Niranjan, can I answer?
Oh, bhai, that 5 layers are manned by 3.
Okay, Jitendra Oja is responding to Suman. Before you come in, Jitendra Oja is responding. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Jitendra Oja is responding to Colonel Shailendra Singh. Jitendra Oja is responding to Colonel Shailendra Singh.
Just 1 second, let me tell you, I'm also an NDC alumnus, and as I said, my students are also now major generals and tri-services. I've trained them. Fact is that this is a 19th century model of security, this thing where people paratroop at the top. British have done away with something like IPS, etc. Everybody joins at the level of constable. You get promoted by how you perform and how you lead. And when I said morale, I'm sorry, my friend Colonel, there is zero incentive for people at the lower level to excel and lead. Once you join a constable, you cannot rise beyond, however brilliant you are, cannot rise beyond inspector or ACP at best. Even that is also not possible. So what I'm saying, not demoralize them, not sitting in air-conditioned rooms, Colonel. Your corps commanders have worked closely with them and helped in terminating insurgencies in critical theaters. My real background is not written. That's
woods for the trees, sir.
Not in air condition. We need to overhaul. If you're really careful about
it.
I
promise you we'll speak about this another day, sir.
No, this is
I promise you this is a larger issue. Larger issue, maybe some other day, but not today, sir. Maybe not today, sir. Maybe not today.
Something of this nature has to be prevented. Sorry, Niranjan, I don't want to shout, but I've been provoked. Something of this nature has to be prevented. If you are a top-class democracy, there's no dearth of brilliant people in this country. This was easily preventable. It can be prevented forever in future. There's no doubt about it. Investigation is not the answer. Investigation happens when you have failed. Everything has been breached. My focus is that prevent and preempt. And once prevention and preemption has failed, deter. Colonel, I have started the first course on anti-terrorism, counter-terrorism. I concerned as subjective. Many lieutenant generals are my batchmates. So please find it out. So I'm not talking sitting in the air-conditioned room.
That doesn't give you the authority to insult any force.
Lack of time, Suman.
That doesn't.
Can you deny?
Mature up, grow up, man, grow up. If you are an NDC, if you are a teacher, grow up. Don't start blaming the forces. You cannot blame the forces. You cannot be a one-man verdict on any force. To insult the force is your problem.
People in the lower rung, I stand by them. They deserve more dignity. They deserve more support. Simply suspending them is not the solution. Provide them ideal working condition, and I'm 100% sure they don't have ideal working conditions.
Sir.
No, Niranjan.
Ideal working conditions are only yours to settle the days. That ideal condition is only that to you. That is why you are looking for ideal. There is nothing called as ideal on ground.
No, my friend,
we have not seen what is happening on ground.
Where some people are paratrooping at the top, they are driven by entitlement.
No, I don't think
lower level.
Sir, we all respect our forces.
They will only get suspended.
I'm saying let's.
Then you are clueless about the war.
Forces. We all respect our forces, sir. We all respect forces. I think let's leave it to the investigators.
You should.
Sir, we respect our forces, sir. Let's leave it to the investigators. Let's not get them into a... Please, into a much...
We must provide them best work.
Sumant is enjoying it. Sumant, don't enjoy it so much. Sumant. Yeah.
I really am amazed. This gentleman, this colonel, is saying that we should believe our MP. Then why are you filing FIRs and cases and charge sheets against them? Nearly 30% have cases pending,
that's a different
including for attempt to murder.
Concept.
And there are rape cases.
Charging for their personal.
Why can't you believe them?
Anti-national.
Why can't you believe them?
Anti-national agenda.
No, sorry, sir.
Why?
Who do you know this is anti-national?
They have been brought to the They have been brought to the level of member of parliament.
Okay. Now what next? Okay, sir, I have 30 seconds left. I want to bring in the MP. Mawaji. Last Mawaji, what next? I want to get... What next? What next for the opposition? आपका डिमांड क्या होगा अभी?
कि एक ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग पार्लियामेंट में चाहिए और हमारा डिमांड यही होगा कि इमीडिएटली ये पता लगाया जाए कि इतनी बड़ी चूक कैसे हुई, ताकि हमारे देश के लोगों के मन में जो असुरक्षा की भावना आई है, 140 करोड़ जनसंख्या वाले एक देश में लोगों को ऐसा ही लगेगा ना कि भाई अगर पार्लियामेंट सुरक्षित नहीं है तो फिर पूरा देश को आप कैसे सुरक्षित कर सकते हैं। पूरी दुनिया हंस रही होगी कि बार बार पार्लियामेंट में अटैक्स हो रहे हैं, इस तरह की चूकें हो रही हैं। इस पर सरकार को अलर्ट रहना चाहिए। भविष्य में इस तरह की घटना की पुनरावृत्ति नहीं होनी चाहिए। इस बार लक अच्छा था कि किसी को नुकसान नहीं हुआ, लेकिन आगे हो भी सकता है। इसलिए एक ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग बुला के सरकार को सजेशन लेना चाहिए ऑपोजिशन से भी कि कैसे भविष्य में सुरक्षित रखा जा सके पार्लियामेंट को और इस देश को। मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूंगी।
ओके, Mahua ji, Jitendra Ojha, Colonel Shailendra Singh and Suman Siraman, thank you for joining us on The Burning Question this evening. The investigation continues and here on Republic will be our top focus. Thank you very much. Thank you.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Do you think whether the India Inc. animal spirit is back?
Absolutely. And from an auto perspective, I can tell you that we have a very bullish view of the Indian auto industry, both because the motorization of India has actually just started. We are at around 30 per thousand population in terms of motorization, and it's expected to go up drastically.
The last few years, the optimism when it comes to capital deployment, looking into the future, not let's say the next few quarters, next few months, it's about how can India play a significantly larger global role in the consumer space, specifically with respect to our fund. And so absolutely yes, animal spirits are back. Can they be better? My sense is yes, they can be even better.
Market for being different.
The difference between India and the difference with the rest of the world economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value, and that is one of the most important factors.
Let me say that we are currently in the process of increasing that number from 800 to 3,000 in the first phase. And the first 500 of those people have already been hired. They are being trained as we speak.
How do you expect us to be innovative when you don't invest in R&D in our universities, when you don't have capital to back people? We need money.
better. My sense is yes, they can be even better.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
The difference between India and the difference with the rest of the world economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing.
In a poignant tribute, leaders united to honor the memories of those lost in the 2001 Parliament attack. PM Modi, several cabinet ministers and parliamentarians paid floral tribute to the security personnel and the victims. Their floral tributes became symbols of resilience and unity. As leaders from diverse political backgrounds assemble, the air is heavy with remembrance and reverence. Gentle petals descend, carrying the weight of history as each leaders place their tribute in a gesture echoing collective respect. The haunting echoes of sacrifice reverberate as the nation comes together. In this touching ceremony, the floral tributes stand not only as symbols of grief but also as promises to uphold the democratic spirit that unites us all. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
The difference between India and the difference with the rest of the world economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value, and that is one of the most important factors.
In India, it will take you average 42 months. It will take you 18 months in China. We have to be the innovators. Are we doing that enough?
I did a paper about 18 months ago about the patent system, and we found a lot of process problems. But one of the major things we found is that this is one area where we don't actually have enough people. We have 800 examiners and controllers in our patent office. The Chinese have 13,000. Okay, so I raised this issue. Let me say that we are currently in the process of increasing that number from 800 to 3,000 in the first phase. And the first 500 of those people have already been hired. They are being trained as we speak.
How do you expect us to be innovative when you don't invest in R&D in our universities, when you don't have capital to back people? We need money.
Can they be better? My sense is yes, they can be even better.
The difference between India and the difference with the rest of the world economies is huge, because in the case of India, India is growing 6 times faster without that level of increase in debt. India is offering products to the world and services to the world that are more competitive and that are also more added value, and that is one of the most important factors.
A couple of years back, we actually went and publicly announced to the market that one of the important areas which we want to build as a bank is an area of distinctiveness. We want to be known in the market for being different.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both.
The India Economic Summit sustaining the Dream Run on 5th December in New Delhi to celebrate this and more. With over 100 unicorns and more waiting to come up, it's time to celebrate India's entrepreneurial spirit. Join us at the India Economic Summit sustaining the Dream Run on 5th December in New Delhi to celebrate this and more.
I believe that if we work well, we work together, and even media organizations like ours can play a small part in this. I believe that by 2030, we should be established as one of the economic superpowers in the world. I believe that if we work well, we work together, and even media organizations like ours can play our small part in this. I believe that by 2030, we should be established as one of the economic superpowers in the world.
All set to become a developed nation by 2047. The Indian growth story is an unparalleled success. Be there at the India Economic Summit Sustaining the Dream Run, coming up on 5th December in New Delhi.
कांग्रेस ने राजस्थान को महिलाओं के खिलाफ अपराध में